half of the last video, which was Spanish Step by Step Part 6. So please go and check that out first in order not to miss the terminations for masculine nouns along with introduction and some very important tips. The link is in the description box. If you have already seen that, let's have the terminations for feminine nouns now. Con las terminaciones femeninas, that means with feminine terminations, I'm going to tell you a lot of words, which are not exactly these words, but other than them, beyond them, which are directly or indirectly related to these words, because I see a lot of scope, especially in this section, where you can learn a lot of new words and which would be quite useful for you guys. Okay, so let's get started. So the first termination or la terminación, which is always feminine, is A-N-C-I-A, ansia. Okay, so every word which ends like that is always feminine. For example, elegancia. Elegancia, it sounds like elegance. Yes, it's elegance. Okay, and since it's feminine, you would say la elegancia. Okay, next is importancia. Okay, and because it's feminine, it's la importancia, and you can already guess its importance. Okay, so the next termination or la terminación is A-N-Z-A or ansa. Okay, so the first example is esperanza. Esperanza, or rather la esperanza, is hope. Okay, or you can say desire, but it's more like hope. And a verb which is directly related to the word la esperanza is verb esperar. Esperar is to wait. Okay, next example is la tardanza. Okay, la tardanza is, you can say, lateness or delay. Okay, this word also has a very important verb associated with it, which is tardar. Verb tardar means to take time. It could be, if somebody is getting late, you can say él tarda mucho. That means he takes a lot of time, he always gets late, something like that. So tardar is to take time. Okay, next is C-I-A or cia. For example, infancia. Infancia sounds like infancy. It's infancy. Okay, next is gracia. Okay, or because it's feminine, la gracia. La gracia is humor. Okay, so humor is feminine, la gracia. Okay, also la infancia, which is infancy, and with la gracia, which is humor, I have a very important adjective, that is funny. Funny in Spanish language is gracioso for masculine and graciosa for feminine. Okay, next termination or la terminación is ción. Okay, now because it has the accent mark on top of O, so we put some stress on O, so it's ción. Okay, number one is lección. So I'm putting stress over here. Lección is lesson. Okay, next is solución. Okay, solución is solution, and since both of them are feminine, la solución for solution, and from la solución, which is noun, I have very important verb, which is solucionar. Solucionar is to solve, to resolve, to find out solution. Okay, so solucionar. Next termination or la terminación is de, a, de o dad. Okay, so the first example is, since it's feminine, la comunidad. Okay, that means you can say community because it sounds like community, or you can say society. La comunidad. Next is, because it's feminine, la, of course, la amistad. La amistad is friendship. Okay, so from la amistad I have two important words. One is amigo, which is friend, masculine, amigo, and the feminine form is amiga. So it could be el amigo, male friend, la amiga, female friend. Okay. Next termination is edad. Okay. And the first word is in fact edad. Edad is age. Okay. Next is necesidad. Necesidad is need. Okay. Need, necesidad. So it's la necesidad and la edad. So la necesidad, which is need, also has an important verb associated with it. Necesitar. Necesitar is to need. Okay. Next termination or la terminación is idad or idad. Okay. So the first example is la habilidad. So pay attention that la letra H, the letter H, no tiene sonido, doesn't have sound. Okay. So it's rather like habilidad, la habilidad. Okay. La habilidad is ability. Next is la posibilidad. La posibilidad sounds like possibility. Yes, it's possibility. So it's possibility. Okay. Next termination is saeoneo has, again it has the accent mark, so it's sion. Okay. So the example is fusión. Fusión is fusion, or you can also say combination sometimes, but mainly it's fusion. Okay. Next is tensión, and because it's feminine, it's la tensión. Of course, la fusión. Tensión sounds like tension. It's tension. Okay. And like in English language, this word la tensión can be used in two contexts. I mean, when it's physical tension, I mean we stretch something, it gets tensed, or the mental tension like stress. Okay.
So I hope that you liked the video, and please don't forget to like, share and subscribe. And if you want to give any suggestions or want to ask something, please don't forget to write it in the comment box. I'll keep posting such interesting videos and I'll be quite regular. I'll come with the next video very soon. Until then, thanks a lot and keep studying Spanish.